Hello farmers, welcome back to Green Mountain Forest. The third day of summer has arrived and all the trees down the beach have disappeared because of my handiwork. Spent all day, the second day of summer, pretty much clearing out the rest of the trees, cutting them down, chopping them up, get them out of there, cut out the stumps, all that fun stuff. So I think I was estimating 100 trees being there. Well, it was actually 199 trees. I was kind of disappointed it wasn't exactly 200, but, I guess I could have went across the road that I kind of made originally and cut down a tree to make it 200, but, yeah, it was 199 trees that were there, but they're all out and sold. The money situation is looking extremely better. I mean, we knew it'd be fine anyways, but, yeah, we're up to $900,000, basically. We are doing fine. As you can see, I got the Case Puma. We're hauling the baler down here. I already have the mower down here. We are ready to go because Dwayne needs some silage bales. And who else do you call when you need silage bales? Well, until recently, no one around here because there was not much grassland. We do have a grass field, but that grass field isn't really ready to make silage bales, and that grass field's for us to make hay bales, hopefully. So we already got the class mowers down here. If I hit the right button, it'll hitch up for us. And we'll hitch up this one for us. And now I'm going to unfold it, because that's what you do when you want to mow. And while I'm waiting for that, I might as well put that one down and unfold that one as well. But before I start mowing with this one, now what I want to do is, I'm not really sure how to do it because I forgot. How do you, there's a way to switch that. Do I have to be in the tractor on this one to switch this over to not swath? Yes, it's a Y spreading. So you got to be in the vehicle for this one. Alright, I was thinking of the modded one that I have. What is that? Is that the Pottinger? Yeah, the Pottinger, I think you have to get out and manually switch them over. I think. It's actually been a while, so maybe you don't have to. But anyways, with this one, you can do it right from the vehicle. So now we're going to be in swath dropping, so I don't need a windrow. I don't need a teddy either, because we just want regular grass. Because, yep, we're going to bale it on up. And then wrap it on up. I've already bought the baler. It's sitting up at the shop, or it should be. It better be. So let me just go ahead. I guess I can start really anywhere. Anywhere sounds good. Let's fire up that mower. And fire up that mower. I thought... Hang on a second. Swath dropping. Oh, so it's not going to put it into... wait, what's... probably got to turn it off. Hang on a second. Widespread and swath. I thought I was going to put it all into the center like the Pottinger does. Oh well, so I guess I will have to go ahead and... So really, what's the difference here? Can I probably can't switch that while it's running. I can switch it while it's running. So that is widespread that I'm doing right there. Or... Now it's in swath mode. Not really much of a difference, is there? Not much at all. Is this grass actually below 20%? No, you can't make hay. Yeah, it's actually below 20%, which is, I mean, it doesn't really matter because we are making silage bales out of it. So I'm kind of hoping this, man, if that switches over to hay today while we're doing this, I'm going to be one ticked off farmer because I can't get it to become hay when I want it to. So hopefully it won't do that today. So I guess I will have to windrow it after all. Not a big deal. We got one of those. Not the biggest one that you can get on the market, but we have one back at the farm. So I'll have to go back and pick that up. And I got to bring the mower and stuff back anyway, so not a big deal. And it really shouldn't take me too long to go ahead and mow this grass anyways. How many silage bales will I get out of here? I don't know. I thought about stopping at the workshop on the way down because our baler is a 4,000 liter baler. I thought about switching over to an 8,000 liter, but I thought, you know what? No, we're just going to leave it at 4,000. Doesn't matter. We got the auto loader trailer down here that can pick it on up. So I just have to spend the time to wrap it all. Also, this will allow me to, as mowing the grass, I don't know how many stumps I left here. I'm hoping not many. I don't think I left many because I didn't really be too particular trying to cut the grass, not the grass, but the trees right on down to the grass. So I don't want to get too close to the water. The water line is right there. You can kind of see it. The grass is kind of wet in that area. It doesn't seem like it's really affecting how wet the grass is that I'm cutting. So all the trees are out here. Shane can come on back down here with this construction crew, and I really don't know how I'm going to do it just yet. But we'll figure out a way to put some houses in here or something of that matter. And then start planting some trees. Put some oaks and maple trees down. I would like to put down the birch trees, but the birch trees I got do not change in seasons, so that's kind of disappointing. But it is what it is. I do have another tree mod out there, but that one won't let me plant or put down the trees because I got too many, which is kind of weird because on Global Company I got more trees down, but you got to remember this map does have over 70,000 trees, or it did have over 70,000. I've cut down almost 5,000, so there should be like 67,000 more trees left on this map, I do believe. Definitely not going to be able to cut down all of them, because just to cut down those 200 down here and load them up in a logging trailer and clear out all the stumps, it took me about 3 hours. So I don't think I'm going to be able to cut all the trees down this map. Not that I want to. But yeah, now I got this project done. Now we can. It's I don't want to say easy to put the buildings in, but it's much easier than clearing out the land as it was. But my next step is probably go up towards the fire station with all the tree harvesting stuff, clear out an area, because we are going to put down another cow pasture. That one's going to be for the ladies to make some milk, and the other cow pasture will be for where's the beef. So we'll have two different cow pastures. Hopefully we get enough hay to make enough total mix rations through the next year or so. I think we should be fine with that. That grass field's coming along nicely. Probably we'll cut the grass maybe the 5th or 6th day of summer. When fall comes here, it doesn't really like to turn over to hay, but I may go ahead and ted it. Someone did tell me it doesn't matter if it's dry grass, if you ted it, it still cuts the time it takes to go from one stage to another. That's the way I guess I'm looking at grass now. It's kind of like growth stages. You got wet grass, you got dry grass, you got hay. And if you ted it in between, it'll just cut down the time it needs to turn in half no matter what. But anywho, our project today is pretty much, well, let's go ahead and clear out this this grass that I have here. May as well. The only other projects that I could be doing, like I said, is going up and cutting down more trees and clearing out an area for the cows. But like I said, I just spent 3 hours cutting down 200 trees, so I'm not really in the mood to be cutting any more trees at this very moment. I think we're going to get quite a few amount of bales out of here, and Dwayne will be happy. We'll get some cash. It'll give me some landscaping and construction money. Like I said, I think at one point, like I said, we were at 1.7 million. Then I went ahead and bought a whole bunch of land and did this whole bunch of landscaping. Eventually, we got down to like 200 grand in the bank account. Now I'm back up to 900,000. So yeah, that's just was cutting down 200 trees. So quickly, how fast the money can go up and down on this map for us. Luckily, the sawmill keeps wanting the logs because I wouldn't know what to do with them. I have no clue. I mean, I guess I could turn them into wood chips, but then that's still the sawmill, right? So, yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm a little disappointed with this Class 4 when I saw that, oh, it's got the levers so I can swap it on out. I wonder if I get out... Hang on a second. There's got it, because I'm seeing like multiple levers here. So yeah, I really couldn't find the option to where, with all those levers on the deck, I was in the tractor, I went over the mower trying to figure out if I can move those levers over so that I can swath drop all in the middle, kind of like you can with the Pottinger modded one that you find on the mod hub. And it doesn't. I couldn't find a switch or anything to activate it to do that. So yeah, between the swath dropping and widespread, there isn't much difference as far as I'm concerned. But either way, like I said, it's not that big of a deal. Let's go back to the farm. It's not too far. Like I said, my entire day today is just doing this field right here, if you want to call it a field. And so far, I think I did pretty good. I haven't found a stump yet, which is kind of shocking because usually when we do a clear-cut area, I always have a stump or two just popping up out of nowhere. I expect to see one at some point. I don't know. But I think from now on, when I see an area, I said, oh, I need to cut all these trees in this area. I'm going to look at it, think in my head how many trees it is, and just double it. Because, man, I'm always way under. It doesn't look like there's that many trees there. And I didn't think there was, when I first said, oh, there's probably like I'm guessing 75 trees. So I said, oh, it must be like 100 trees there. Then I started cutting down trees. So I'm not going to look until I'm all done to see what the total says. And yep, 199. Alright, so that mower is done. We'll lift it on up, fold it up. Let me turn this HUD back on because I'm so curious about this mower. I thought, I really thought when I bought it, no, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. That I could, I mean, it does show where I can swap or widespread, but to me there isn't that much difference to say so, but it is what it is. Anywho, I thought I had all the stuff I needed down here because, well, I thought I was going to be swathing the grass all in the center, but since we didn't, I mean, I could go around with the baler and pick up the grass this way, but, you know, it ain't going to take me too long to head back to the farm, so I'll be back down here with the windrower. We'll road up to a little bit better than that, start making some bales. Then I'll have to go to the store and grab the wrapper. And then, of course, we got the Volvo truck with the auto-loading trailer. We'll gather them all up, bring them up to Dwayne's barn, and make him happy because we really haven't sold it. He is going to get one straw bale because that baler has like a half a bale in it. So he's going to have to deal with that in a moment. But anywho, I'm going to go drop this off at the farm, grab the windrower, and I'll meet you right back down here, and we'll windrow some grass and start baling. Well, kind of like I said, it wouldn't take me too long to go up there and zip on back here. Just had to wait for traffic a couple times. I'd rather wait for traffic than just roll on out because I don't want dented machinery. I was thinking though, if I get back down here and this grass is turned to hay, it's not that I can't use the hay, but I kind of promised Dwayne that we do some silage bales for him. He needs to sell some. He's got customers that are waiting for some silage bales and he doesn't have any, so I said, well, we can kind of make it happen for you. And plus, like I said, cutting this grass is going to make it a little bit easier for everyone to work around here. One, I can make sure, because I'm pretty sure when we get in here and start leveling out the ground in some areas, it's amazing, even though with a stump grinder and you level out the land, the stumps sometimes go further below the ground than you can reach. So I may have to take care of some stumps later on. I'm hoping to put at least a minimum of 3 houses and maybe up to 5 more houses from the restaurant all the way out to the beach here. I do have some ideas I would like to do, but I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. I'll find out when I start doing some landscaping down here. And then yes, I need to really start working on the next cow barn because it is time we get the ladies their own little pasture. And before you know it, fall will be here. But our harvest season probably won't start until like at least the 3rd day of fall, I think. I mean, we did start planting a little bit earlier this spring compared to last year. So fingers crossed. I mean, we got we were kind of lucky with the harvest season last year, I think. But then again, we didn't have that many fields. And with the harvester that we ended up borrowing and the equipment that we had, we zipped through it in a matter of minutes. Still a little disappointed. I ended up planting sunflowers more than anything. I definitely won on the corn, but oh well. It's been so long since I was on the Seasons website to find out. I think the dry grass, when it hits 10% moisture, it will turn into hay. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. But I'm not sure anymore. Like I said, it's been a while since I read up on that. Seasons did come out a while ago now, hasn't it? And I actually thought about, you see our baler sitting right over there. I thought about swapping out the baler. I said, I'm going to change that baler. We got the cash to do so. I'm going to swap out that baler. Then I realized, no, I cannot, because I don't have the straw harvest add-on, or DLC, whatever you want to call it. I don't have that installed because we are running Seasons. And I did try running that straw harvest DLC on this map, and it's not the map, it's the Seasons that causes the problem. And yeah, for about half hour it worked fine. Then I started using when I started using certain equipment, the game would just freeze up on. Well, the game wouldn't freeze up. I could not move, which seemed kind of weird, but that is a known issue. And I think I mentioned it before. That might have been last week's episodes. I mentioned it. I know they have a beta version out of the update, so we'll see what happens. But I think the last I heard, if you have already started Seasons on a map and you want to add the straw harvest add-on to it, I think you have to turn Seasons off, add the straw harvest DLC back on, load in the game, save the game, then add Seasons to start over again. I think. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's what I read a couple weeks ago is the way it may have to work. It basically all has to do with the crops that are on the ground, like grass, hay, straw, silage in a bunker silo like we have back at the farm. Any kind of crops that are on the ground, I think that's where the confusion between the straw harvest add-on and the Seasons mod kind of conflict a little bit and gets confused. So that's why the game locks up. At least that's why I read. That may not be true, so but that's what I heard. I hear a lot of things. And a lot of the things I do hear I don't talk about because those are just the voices in my head. You ever get the feeling that just as soon as I start to go to bale this, that this grass is going to turn over to hay? Because it's summer here. I mean, it's 72 degrees out. It's not a sunny day, but we do have a plus sign for a drying day. And this grass was kind of dry. We were talking 16% when I checked it before we started mowing. I probably should have turned the speed down to ×1, but usually it takes about a good 6 hours, I would think, for it to change. I'm so used to our modded balers, and that is a modded baler we do have. But like the one in the Pacific Northwest, that holds 20, or it makes 20,000 liter bales. And I don't have one on No Man's Land. So I'm used to not having many bales, or it takes a while for it to make bales. I think we're going to make bales quite a bit here. Now, we won't be able to sell the bales right away. Nope, we're done with this. I can fold it on up. We will be able to wrap them today. And I am going to put them somewhere, but it's going to take 2 days for our bales to turn to silage. So, if you're unfamiliar with Seasons, in the base game, as you've probably seen, or you've probably done it yourself, but when you wrap bales without Seasons, the second you wrap a bale, poof, it turns into silage. in seasons, it takes 1/3 of your season for your grass after it's wrapped to turn to silage. So, yeah, we're running 6-day seasons, so 1/3 of a season. Let's do the math together. Yeah, it takes 2 days for it to turn into silage. So if you're at, what's the max days you can run? Is it 24? 24 days in the season? But yeah, so if you're running, let's just say 12 days in the season, yeah, it would take 4 days for it to turn into silage. So there is our first bale, which is straw from last year's harvest. I guess I could take that back and put that into our storage area. Now I do believe, I don't think it's possible, and I don't know this with the new seasons, well, I mean new seasons for 19. I know they made a few changes, but I think once you make a bale, the grass cannot turn to hay on you, so even though the bale's sitting out in the open and drying up more, I don't think it's going to turn into hay after you make it into a bale. So I'll try to make my trips count after we get done here. Like I said, we got to go to the store and get the wrapper. Since I'm going right by the farm, I'll grab something with me and bring it back to the farm, park it back up in the barn, head to the store, grab the wrapper. Yeah, the wrapper costs like $55,000. And it's the same wrapper I always use because it wraps it just a little bit faster. And of course it's for square bales. And I can change the color. I bought it because in the future, when I clear up more land, I could always go ahead and cut the grass, make some more grass bales, and turn into silage bales, and then we can go ahead and sell it to Dwayne again. Because I guess I'm never going to be too comfortable with how much money I have on the mat, because, like I said, just a week ago or so, we had 1.7 million. I'm like, what the heck am I going to do with all this cash? I'm not used to having that much cash in my bank account in Farming Simulator. What am I going to do with it? And before I knew it, it's like, you know that 1.7 million you have? You can't do any more landscaping because you blew through it like a New Year's Eve party when you have $20 in your wallet. Just, whoosh, it was gone. It was gone like a fart in the wind. As quickly it was there, as quickly it was gone. Yeah, but it hit me when I grabbed this bale. I'm like, yeah, let's grab one of the new balers from the straw harvest add-on. And I went to the store. I'm like, where the heck are those things? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, because you had to turn it off. Because it would have been kind of fun to make some pellets. Anyone counting the amount of bales we get coming out of the back? I haven't started. Not bad for the amount of bales that we have for not actually being a field. You get more of a yield off a field. I never actually done that test. I've always been told that, and most people always say that. It's like, yeah, if it's a field, you get more of a yield. I've never done the test myself. I just always took it as so. So I'm not. Maybe I should be saying that for sure. All right, so let's turn the baler off. Spit out the grass bales that we do have. No, get off there. Get. Thank you. So I only created 40 bales. That's kind of interesting. I thought there was more than 40 bales here, but that's all we have. And since I got the baler already on here, I might as well just take this back to the farm, go to the store, pick up the wrapper, come on down, wrap these up, and on the 5th day of summer, sometime in early afternoon, because it's just about noon today, we should have we should have 39 bales of silage, which is just perfect because that trailer holds 39 bales. I just got to find a place to put the bales for a couple days. Well, it's kind of like being on the Pacific Northwest. I got 39 bales to wrap up, so I know how long this process usually takes, which is not too long with this wrapper here. It's the Coon. It's modded a little bit. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit. Yep, kind of went with like a grayish color, pink wrap, just because, and it does wrap them up rather quickly. So overall, shouldn't take me too long. But like I said, these bales, even though we're wrapping them now, it's going to take 2 days, 48 in-game hours to go ahead and turn into silage. So Dwayne's is going to have to wait a couple days. If I were to bring them to the store, I don't know how. I haven't tried it, but I don't know how the barn or whatever sell point would accept it as. I am curious. When you do wrap it, it's going to say like how many more hours for its silage, right? So right now it just says, yeah, fill type grass, 4,000 liters. And by doing this, yeah, it's going to say 4,000 liters of grass, and right now 0% on its way to being silage. So right now, if I were to bring this to the barn, it's just going to classify as 4,000 liters of grass. Because that's what it is. Now, I don't know what happens is if I like wait a day and it's like 50% grass and 50% fermented. Do you get like half the prices? I have no idea. And I don't want to try to find out, but it's kind of interesting. I don't know if anyone's actually tried it. Leave a comment below of what actually happens when you in seasons when you bring a half fermented bale to the store. I mean, does you know what? You pretty much have to know. Most bales are going to be 4,000 liters, unless you're using a modded baler. Then you have to figure out the price and make sure you're getting the price at what the store has, and then figure out if you're getting the correct amount for grass or silage, or is it 50-50? The percentage of your bale. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could try it next in-game day to find out what happens. I might do that. Yeah, the 4th day of summer, maybe we'll take 1 bale to the store when it's half fermented and sell it just to see what happens. Hopefully I got all the stumps that were in the water as well. There were some trees that were out in the water. This puma doesn't mind the water at all like most cats do. The puma went in pretty deep before it says do not drive in too deep, or whatever it says. Whatever the game tells you, do not drive your tractor into the water. Just about done wrapping up the bales. I was going to say something like as we get close to wrapping this up, but that seemed like it was way too lame for today. So, but I said it anyways, didn't I? Yeah, so we wrapped up 39 bales. Yeah, I'm just looking at the area, and I might have to cut down some trees right there. Yeah, if I want to put a house down, and yeah, I may not have exactly enough room for what we need to do, but it's doable, I guess. We'll find out. I don't know if I'll have time. I keep saying I don't have time. When you do a forestry map, it does take time to cut down trees and pick them all up. I mean, I'm glad I got an autoloader. If I didn't have an autoloader, I don't know. I'd be so far behind this map, it'd be not even funny. But yeah, we're coming along good. The beach is coming along nicely, I do think. This road needs to go on all the way to the restaurant. Put in some houses. I need to pick up these bales. Like I said, I got to figure out a place where to put them. I'm trying to think if I got room at one of my spots on the farm. I guess I could put it on the road that goes up to the cell phone tower, because no traffic goes up through there, so I can just go up there and put it on the side of the road and just dump them off the trailer for a couple days and then load them back up. And then Dwayne can have 39 bales of silage, but like I said, it's going to take 2 days. So basically the 5th day of summer, somewhere around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, those will be ready. If I can remember, we will take 1 bale to Dwayne when it's like half fermented and try to figure out, am I getting the silage price or am I getting the grass price? or is it a mixture of the two? We can kind of figure that out pretty easily here. Let's get in front of that pickup truck. I go faster than the traffic around here. Traffic is going at 30 miles an hour, and this can hit, what, 43? Yeah, that's like at 43. So I think I'll go park this up actually where the harvester is, up the cell phone road tower road. I have quite a bit of space in that shed, I do think. It's getting a little crowded in the sheds over at the main farm. So let's go ahead and stick it in here somewhere. I should have plenty of room in here. I think I just got the seed drill, line spreader, and the combine in here. I don't expect to be using this anytime soon. Oh, don't go in the crops. Looks like the crops have grown to a second stage, which is nice. I will have to double check my fields. There are a few fields like these small ones here. I think they need one more stage of fertilization. Oh wow, do I have that one big spot that did not germinate? Where was it? Why does this say harvested and not germinated? I'm wondering, because I know I didn't miss... It's the same spot that I have over on the other side of the road where it shows where I didn't seed. I'm wondering if the straw add-on, the straw harvest add-on didn't do this. Meaning where this is the part of the field that didn't germinate, and I added the straw harvest DLC, and the game kept crashing. I wonder if this was part of it, to where it was showing not germinated and the straw harvest, and I switched back. Because I don't think I missed two spots. I mean, I'm not... It's kind of hard for me to drive a tractor with a seed drill and like go around and line back up. I can see myself doing it in one field not paying attention, but doing it in two fields, I don't think I did that. Anyways, I'm here to kind of check out the fertilization. Yeah, this needs one more stage of fertilization. Yeah, I know I can check the bottom right-hand corner. It shows me the field stats info, but, you know, we could just handy-dandy little tool. Why not use it and try to see how it shows? So we're at 1/3. I think I can fertilize it. Or did I do a second stage? First stage would be seeding. Second stage, I must have put down when it hit 33%. Yeah, so I won't have to wait another growth stage. It's not quite there yet. And I do have some weeds here and there, but with seasons, I really don't see... as for weeds, I've heard so many things about the weeds and seasons that when you spray herbicide, it's supposed to take care of them for a long time, but people said it doesn't really do that. I haven't tested it out either. There is another bare spot right there in this sunflower field as well. Is it going to show where I didn't put crops there, or is it going to say not germinated? Okay, this one says germination failed. Interesting. So, really? Did I miss two sections of a field? Wow, that's just showing off my bad work, isn't it? Anyways, I think this is where I need to wrap it up now. I'm showing off all the things I've done terribly, which is every episode I'm doing things terribly. But anyways, yeah, I need to drive the case boom all the way back on down there. I'm going to hop into the Volvo truck, get those bales off the ground onto the trailer. I may even just go ahead and plop them right here. It's a nice little bare spot. That might be a good place for it. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time right here in Green Mountain Forest. But until then, have a good one.